So now I'll come back here to the new opportunity. So as I was going through this, I'm like, well, how do you make new opportunities? Like, what does that look like? And I kind of figured out there's two basic new opportunities you can give someone, okay? So the first one is called an opportunity switch. Okay, so right now, and we'll get into story as well, like the people that you want to follow you, let's say they want to lose weight or they want to make money or they want to, whatever that thing is, like they're already trying to get the result they want in some other vehicle, some other opportunity, right? So let's just say I want to lose weight, so let's say I'm doing what's the diet?
South Beach.
The South Beach side. So like, I'm the South Beach side. This is my world. Like, this is the opportunity, the vehicle I've stepped into. So they're doing something. So you're coming, you're saying, look, your vehicle sucks. Leadpages sucks. Infusionsoft sucks, right? Like, you're in a bad vehicle. I'm going to switch you into a new vehicle that's going to get you to where you actually want to go. Because you're sitting here, you're trying to get there, and you're like, I can't get there. Like, it's stuck. Like, the stupid car doesn't work. The tires are like, this is horrible, right? So you're coming to them and saying, look, that opportunity right now is bad, it's wrong, whatever, however you want to fluff it up if you're nicer than me. Like, this is, like, come over here. This is the new opportunity. And then now we can go on, get to the result you're trying to get to, right? So it's an opportunity switch, okay? And typically, every business, I believe, should have one opportunity switch, where I'm switching them into what my thing. And typically, that's your front-end offer, okay? I'm taking you from whatever it is you're currently doing, and I'm switching you to this new opportunity. This is the new thing I want you to go into, okay? That's why a lot of my friends who've been doing this for 10 years, like, as long as I've been doing it, the biggest thing I see them doing, and I had this problem for a while as well, is they come in and they launch a new product every like 30 days, and they're like switching opportunity, and like everyone buys them, like, okay, and they switch it again, they keep switching it, and like the customers, can you imagine like this like schizophrenia they're going through, like, okay, I'm in this thing, yeah, and like, oh wait, he's talking about this, okay, I'm over here, oh, and they're like, oh, and they keep moving and moving and moving, and like. And because of that, the customers stop losing faith, their status goes down, and they leave, they walk away. If you notice, like, what have I been talking about every single day for the last 3 years, you guys? Yeah, funnels. Like, I haven't changed my message. Like, this is the new opportunity. Come join me. This is the new opportunity. Then when you're in, so I've switched you from whatever opportunity you're trying to invest in real estate, you're trying to make money doing some other things, using different, like, whatever opportunity you're in, I'm switching you to my opportunity. This is where we're at. And then the rest of my value ladder is opportunity stacking. So now you're in this vehicle. How can I make this better for you? Okay, I'm going to stack an opportunity. So I'm going to say, look, using ClickFunnels, how would you like to become certified and actually make money as a ClickFunnels consultant? This is an opportunity stack. I'm not shifting your focus, but you're already in this vehicle. Here's the new opportunity. And so I'm stacking an opportunity. Now you're a certified partner. Okay? And I'm looking at things like that. Certified partner. Like, you're already doing funnels. How many of you guys need funnel scripts? You can actually have sales letters. Okay, I'm going to stack this opportunity. So I'm looking at, like, I'm not shifting people from my vehicle, but any other opportunity I make to them needs to be a stack where it's making whatever the original vehicle they're in better. Okay, so I'm upgrading the tires, the car, like all those kind of things. Okay, and so that's why I look at these kind of things, is the opportunity switch and the opportunity stack. And so typically, in everybody's front-end business, the first thing, so it might be a book, it might be a webinar, it might be whatever. Sometimes it's thinking at the ad, I mean, it could be whatever that is, but you're trying to think through is like, what is the current opportunity these guys are in, and what am I switching them to, right? So the initial offer is a switch, okay? And then after that, I think I have an image of this, hold on. Oh yeah, it's 2:4, I'm gonna go. Okay, so the first thing is opportunity switch. So like, let's say the Expert Secrets book, the .com Secrets book, the Funnel Hacks webinar, I'm switching them from whatever source I'm bringing them into to switch them into this opportunity. Then after that, then I'm like stacking things, okay? So these are the other things that I sell people. So we got ClickFunnels, we got funnel scripts, Fill Your Funnels, our new course coming out, certified. So these are all opportunities within this opportunity. Does that make sense? From the switch to the stack, okay? Now, where are you switching them from? So I'm gonna go back one slide. So this is typically happening, if you come back to what we talked about with the sub-markets, okay? So you guys came here, you had your core market, your sub-market, and you created your niche. Okay, so this is my niche among all these other niches. So where the opportunity switch is typically, number one is within this, here's all the other people. So I'm switching them from whatever their thing might be, from Atkins Diet to South Beach, or those things. I'm switching them from there to my thing. Or a lot of times you can switch even out at this level. So like right now they're investing in real estate, we're teaching them how to make money in internet marketing. So you can step a level back. Does that make sense? So like we sell our stuff to real estate investors. We sell our stuff to stock traders because they're trying to get the same result. If they're in wealth, they're trying to make money. So I'm just switching their whole thing. If they're in health, with Anthony, when we came with Biohacking Secrets, like Anthony was initially a weight loss health coach, and we kind of stepped back and said, look, let's create a new thing. It's biohacking, it's different, but he can go a step back now, and anyone who's trying to get the end result of health, he can bring all those people in. He can switch from, okay, I'm trying to lose weight, I'm going to biohack. I'm trying to do a diet to like you can switch at both those two levels, okay? So that's kind of where the switches are usually happening. And so that helps when we get to the traffic side of things. This will make more sense because you're seeing like, where am I getting my traffic from? What step? You're getting it from here, or you can go back one level and get it within here. Does that make sense? Okay. I know some of this stuff are kind of complex things, but like they'll make more and more sense as we keep going through these. I need you to read the book. Okay. All right. So the biggest thing to understand is that the new opportunity is a vehicle. You're putting somebody in, and the goal of that is to get them some result, right? Like that's it. And so for you guys, I want you to start thinking about that is, what's the result that these guys need? What's the result they want? And then what's the vehicle I'm going to put them into, the new opportunity? This comes back to kind of, we talked about earlier today with defining your niche, but what is that actual vehicle? What's the thing? What's new opportunity? So kind of a simple way to do this, we broke it down into a who, what statement. So I'm going to be teaching real estate investors how to flip houses on eBay. There's my opportunity switch. These guys are already in a vehicle. I'm taking them to my new vehicle. Okay, I'm going to teach weight loss people how to become a lady boss, or however you phrase that a little differently, right? I'm going to teach internet marketers who are trying to, teach experts how they can get their message out through funnels. Okay, so that's kind of it's stepping back to the sub-market you guys, or sub-niche you guys created earlier. Now it's coming back to a who, what. So let's take 2 minutes. We're going to think through this. So I'm going to be teaching my sub-market, whatever that is, how to blank. And this is the new opportunity. Okay. All right, so I feel like that one I had way more questions on, which is good. Because it's hard, right? How many of you guys felt like some pain trying to figure out, like, how in the world is this a new opportunity? Like, this is, how many of you guys felt a little bit of that pain, hopefully? Okay, good. So that's the good thing. So this is not something that a lot of times, some of these don't just pop out like in 5 seconds. You got to think through them. And especially if you're in a market that's super well defined, where there's tons of people doing it, it's like, how do you do that? How do you break out? How do you actually create a new opportunity that's a new thing to be a new vehicle? But when you have it, like that's the key. That's what drives all this kind of stuff. Who here has one that they're willing to kind of share what your new opportunity is within your market? Tasha? Nice catch.
That was making me a little bit nervous.
She was scared her status was going to go down if she dropped it. She caught it, so now it's up.
So I struggled with this after you taught it at Expert Secrets, but I think I've got it now because I found my ideal clients. And I'm going to teach local successful experts how to monetize their gifts online. When every time I talk to them and I say I do it online, like all the women's heads turn towards me, and I've realized that is a new opportunity for them because they're not focused on this world that we're all in. So do you think that that's still a new opportunity for people that have not ever been exposed to it?
Two things that are cool on there. First off, do you notice like as she picked her market, like I've seen tons of people go in the expert space and it's like experts, but you said it wasn't experts, it was like, say it again, the local
Successful experts. Like I don't want the new people.
The beginners, yeah. So that's cool. So first off, that like that breaks down to like a very group of people where you're speaking specifically to them, and then the new opportunity is to help them to get online. So with them, it's also market, like it's tough because every market's got different levels of sophistication, right? So like in my world, everyone knows to get online, like that's a big thing. But then in this other market, like that is a huge new opportunity. Like I've never even heard of that before, right? And so I think the way you phrase that and the market you're going after, I think it fits perfectly. It's a very new opportunity for those guys. So I love it. Give a round of applause. All right, who else wants to go? Carrie, whoa, nice catch.
Okay, so mine is, I'm going to be vulnerable because I don't know the answer to this, and so I'm hoping that you guys can help me define a little bit more. So mine is a fitness and exercise program, which there's a million of them out there. But the difference between mine is that as I've been involved in the fitness industry for over 20 years, I can give you all of my credentials with it to impress you, but the thing is my personal experience, and that is I can tell you how to lose weight in your 20s of all the struggles that you have. I can tell you how to lose weight after you have babies because I've had 4 of them. But the thing that's not being discussed with women is that 35 to 55 age group where you are in the thick of raising kids, you're in the thick of life, And at the same time, you want to do something with your life. So it's just trying, and your body changes so much. So my thing is making your body great again, teaching women how to exercise less because we don't have the time, and then also eating more fat because our bodies have changed so much.
I think it's awesome. So the new opportunity is, so the market, so first off, so we'll kind of walk through that. So the market is moms of that age with kids that are running around going crazy. So, and everyone like, the more you can identify, like niche down your market, the better. The worst thing is when people are like, yeah, everyone will buy my product. I'm like, yes, everyone will, but like, it's impossible to target everybody profitably. Like if ads were free, then we can go after everybody, but we can't. So it's like, the more you can identify, I think that's perfect. And then the new opportunity for them, is through shortened workouts and through higher fat diets and things like that. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. This is great. Any other feedback or anything, everyone?
What about focusing on the fact that you work out less? Like that would set you apart.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have something over here?
So give everybody else, self-care is not selfish, and give everybody else around you what is the best of you, not what's left of you.
That's awesome. Travis has got an idea too.
I'm going to teach busy moms 35 and older how to exercise less and eat in a way that's going to restore the youthful hormones they had in their 20s. Because that's kind of a pain point, is the hormones. So you're eliminating, anyways.
Anyone else want to share theirs?
Yeah, I just want to add one thing to what you already said. Tony Robbins always says, if you're talking about oxygen masks on an airplane, it's critical that you put yours on before you put it on your kids. So I think if you take care of yourself, you'll be better able to take care of your family. So.
All right. Anyone else want to share their new opportunity or have questions about the new opportunity we can all work on? Over here, do you want to throw it to Jaren?
Trying. Sorry.
Oh. Becky, sorry. Good thing these things are soft.
Becky just got a new idea.
So I'm kind of in a similar issue where we could sell to everybody, and I'm trying to take more of a rifle approach where we're picking one sub-market at least for each webinar. So what I'm thinking of is I'm going to teach single moms how to have confidence knowing your home is protected, your home and your kids are protected, something like that.
Cool. So I like the market. Right now it's not a new opportunity though. So how do we shift that? Like, because it's protected through what? Like, what's the vehicle that's the new opportunity?
Gotcha. Yeah. So it's a security system, and the main point that we've had is that they'll own the system without the pains of, being sold by a creepy salesperson, having a really expensive system that's thousands of dollars more than what they actually should be paying. So I guess I might need to identify one of those points and tie it in with that.
So the securitizer.
Securitizer.
It's like a new name, right?
Sure.
Because the biggest thing, because the opportunity, the vehicle, because again, the new opportunity is all presupposing that they're in a vehicle. So right now they're trying to protect their home through what? Like, what are they doing? Like, you got a gun under your bed? Like, you've got speed dial? Like, that, like they're in some opportunity. Like, by default, everyone falls into something to try to get their result, right? So you got to speak to that. Like, what's the opportunity you're in? Like, you got a gun under your bed, you got mace, you got whatever. Like, okay, now you could go and do this thing where it's going to spend a bunch of money and the guy's going to come and the dude installing your thing's probably creepier than like the guy that's going to break into your house and he's, like now he knows the codes to your house. Like, does that make you feel comfortable? Like that's your opportunity. Or you can take my vehicle over here. We send it to you. You get the passwords. You get the codes. No one else can break in. Like you can set up in an hour or whatever. And it's like, that's the new vehicle. So I think the one thing we got to understand is like, becoming really clear is like, by default, they've already chosen some vehicle they're in. So when you realize like, what are they already doing to try to get the result they want? If you really understand like that's the thing, then it's easier to make that new opportunity. Like, no, that's not the right thing. And these are all the reasons why. Like, you need to come over here because this is the vehicle you should be in to get that result that we're trying to get. Let's throw it over.
Wouldn't your thing be avoidance? I don't know that they're looking to buy something. Single moms, they're busy. Do they realize they need something? I would think that they're avoiding that they have a problem, that they have a security issue. Just ignoring it, putting it under the rug, I'll deal with it later. I think that might be, but I don't know how you deal with that with your new opportunity.
I think, this is, when people normally sell security systems, you guys know how the whole like game's played? Like the sales guys look for like where there were break-ins, and then they, like, hey, did your neighbor broke in yesterday? And that's how they sell it. So it's like targeting crime and like, yeah, and that comes down a little different, but it's definitely they got to be aware of it before you can just be like, hey, bye, you know. That's another conversation for another day. Does that help a little bit though? Kind of, does that help everyone kind of, hopefully this process, I want to do a bunch of these so we can, because this is like the hardest piece. And I don't want anyone to get stuck, like leaving, like, I can't figure that out, I'll just keep selling my thing. We even had during the break, we were talking and he's like, I can't get this to fit, why not? And I was like, because you're selling an improvement opportunity. Like no matter how hard you try, it'll never fit within this. Because you're telling them like how to make this vehicle better. Like you're in this crappy opportunity, we're gonna put new tires on it. Like, okay, put new tires on it. Like, it's just like, it's still the vehicle, it hasn't changed. Like it's gotta be like, I'm getting you to step out into this new vehicle, and as soon as you do that, like that's the magic where all these things come in. If you can't figure that out, it means you're probably selling an improvement offer. He even says like, well, mine's better. I'm like, okay, ER is a dead giveaway. ER means it's an improvement offer. And better, smarter, faster, stronger. Oh, that was a bad one, sorry.
Thank you. Nice try. All right, so I identified we have 3 different clients before I came here. One is an Amazon seller that's not making money and trying to improve their business. One is somebody who's working in corporate America and wants to have this type of e-commerce business lifestyle, you know, make their own hours type of thing, make as much money as they can type of thing. And the third one is people that are successful in other businesses and want to put a family member or someone else related to them in this business because it's a little bit passive, residual, and it's very scalable. So we have 3 different customers. So I don't know if we're in the new opportunity business or the improvement business, and do we market to those 3 clients in 3 different ways? And what's the value proposition there? Is it?
So good question. So a couple things. Most markets, like we've got 5 customer segments that we put into. So I got different messages for each of those, but I'm still putting all of them into a new opportunity. So like the new opportunity for the corporate person is like, look, your job sucks, you're miserable, you hate your life, right? So like on the weekends, we get this new opportunity, we're gonna build up, you know, and you got this. So that's easy new opportunity. For existing Amazon sellers, like I'm already selling to Amazon, so my question is like, that's gonna be a little hard one to figure out. What's the new opportunity? Like why is yours different than the red ocean that
They're
everyone else
not
is
making
swimming
a
in?
lot of money. They're doing $10,000 a month when they could be doing $100,000 a month.
What's the difference? What's the new opportunity you're gonna put them into?
We're teaching them how.
Well, everyone teaches them how. So what's the new opportunity? What are you teaching me? What's the process you're teaching me that's different?
Different sourcing methods, different strategies, different techniques, our stuff really works. I mean, no, I'm not.
I know it does. I'm not discounting that. But what I'm saying is like, for someone who's listening in on your webinar, they're like, I've already bought 6 Amazon courses. Like, what's the new opportunity you got? You're like, yeah, we're gonna do it better. All right, well.
We have results. I mean, there's a lot of.
Everyone's got results, though.
Overload. There's a lot of misinformation. Okay, that's why I don't know. How do we?
That's what I'm asking you. So.
We have results. We have concise, accurate information. We
Okay.
have the track record. We have our own success.
Okay, so all those things make you better. What makes you different?
Me? Our passion, our one-on-one coaching, our consulting.
And maybe that's New York. Right now you're buying courses and studying and stuff like that. Like we're not talking about that.
Pre-recorded content.
Yeah, that's expired. Like you know, these courses were published 2006 or 5 or whatever now. Maybe that's an opportunity. It's like, look, we're not going to do courses like everyone else. Like we're doing it through coaching or whatever. I don't know if that's the right answer.
Monthly coaching calls and, we're doing all that. Webinars, conferences.
Again, sometimes you may not find the answer. Like I'll go back to Andrew O'Brien, my lunch with him last week that was interesting. So like his first offer was like, I'm gonna teach you guys how to do PR. And like nobody bought. He's like, okay, crap. He's like, okay, I'm gonna teach you guys how to have someone on your staff do PR for you. The thing bombed. He's like, oh, okay, crap. Third offer he gave out, which was new opportunity. He's like, how about this? I'm gonna go and launch a new business. It's gonna be in the biohacking space. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna spend 3 months doing PR, and we're gonna blow this thing up to the biggest company on planet Earth. And I'm gonna let you guys come in and watch behind the scenes as I do it. And then one of you guys who are in here, I'm gonna give you the business when it's all done and just be your business, you can run with it. Boom, sold 100 overnight. Because he's like, he told me that, I was like, okay, my new offer. I'm gonna build a funnel, and you guys are all gonna watch me, and at the end of it, I'm gonna give some of the funnel. Like, it was so sexy, because that's like this is the new opportunity. Like, I'm gonna see the whole process actually in action, and then someone's gonna win it at the end. Like, oh, that's so exciting. Like, that's a new opportunity. It's not just like I'm gonna teach you how to PR, because nobody bought on that. It's, you're gonna come, and we're gonna do it, and you're gonna see me actually. Like, when we pitch Fill Your Funnel at the Funnel Hacking Live event, that's our new traffic course coming out. Like, I'm not going to pitch a traffic course. Everyone's got a traffic course. It's not a new opportunity. What I'm going to pitch is like, how would you guys like to come to my office and watch as I go from selling 0 to 1 million copies of my book and introduce you to every single person that's driving traffic month by month into our offer. And not only we introduce you and immediately hang out with them all, we're going to show you the stats numbers of how many we actually sold from each of these sources day by day, so you have a clear picture of what's happening. That's a unique opportunity, right? How many of you guys want in on that? I'm in, okay? Because there's 1,000 traffic courses. That's what I'm competing against. I'm in this red ocean, so how to make this different? Okay, so that's what I'm always looking through. Same the Expert Secrets book. Like, how many expert programs are there? There's a whole bunch, and they're all like, how to monetize your message, how to da-da-da. So I'm like, here's how to build a cult. Like, that's my difference. Like, this is my new opportunity. Like, I'm not talking about like monetizing your, like, we'll do that, but we're building a cult. All you guys, we're building cults. Like, that's what I'm doing over here. Culture, sorry. You know what I mean? But it's like that's what you gotta kind of look at.
What was the end product of that? So somebody comes and does a course, whether it was Andrew's or yours. What did they get at the end?
So Andrews, well, at the end of it, they've been following the process, and then he's gonna have assignments throughout the process where people are, anyway, at the end of it, someone's gonna win the business he created. So one person in the group.
So everybody's paying like what, 5, 10 grand and $1,000.
I think it's $1,000, yeah.
$1,000, and then he's like on like whatever, 100, and then whoever gets it, he's gonna give them the business. It's like a contest basically.
Yeah,
And then in the meantime, they get to learn.
yeah.
And yours is the same.
I'm not sure I'm gonna give a business away at the end, but that's what he's doing. It's a sexy offer though, like for all you guys. Like, how do you, if you can, like, what's that? Yeah, I'll clone the funnel. But for me, it's like, we're actually doing this, and because the biggest problem I have with traffic courses is like we bought all of them multiple times, right? And everyone's like showing you all this stuff. And you're like, that sounds really cool, but like, there's no, like, I want to be, I'm switching in this role with like the reporter. Like, I'm going to bring in the best YouTube dude, and he's going to train me, and then we're actually going to do it, and report back our stats. And if it makes 0 sales, be like, hey guys, that one sucked, don't do it. Like, but I want everyone to see and be part of the process of the creation of this and the thing, and like, then it gives everyone a vested interest in what I'm doing, which comes back to the whole, like, everything else we're trying to do within bringing people into the world. Yeah.
So is it a different message with the same funnel, or a different message with a different funnel for different types of clients?
Yeah.
Like, one is a lifestyle, one is a side hustle, one is...
So initially, like when we first launched ours, I had one message, one webinar. I'll show this tomorrow when we go through that stuff, but it was like, they would come in and I'd be like, hey, how many guys are retail stores? How many guys? And so I kind of like self-identify all of them. They're like, hey, this doesn't work for everybody. And then, which worked, it's not as efficient. We have Project Super Funnels, what we call it inside our office. In March, we're launching our new thing where everyone comes through and it segments, and there's 5 different messages based on the 5 different segments. That's awesome. So it's way more intense, takes more time. So initially, like, compile it, but then longer term, like, eventually it makes a lot of sense. Like, there's a lot of breakage that you're losing out on. But I would do, like, for me, I'd go for like, what's the low-hanging fruit, like the one that most of my people are coming through, and then focus on that and get that one perfect. And then when it's working and all, then kind of switch to the next one. But it works. You can do the same thing with just one mass message. Not as efficient, but it works as well too.
Are you talking about splitting the traffic into 5 different pages based
Yeah.
on segmenting, like, which is the live funnel or whatever that you just launched, right?
Yeah.
Smart funnels.
Smart funnels, yeah. Yeah, so this is so exciting. So we call it Project Super Funnels. So basically what will happen in March, you'll come to ClickFunnels homepage, and it'll be me being like, hey, welcome to ClickFunnels. And then if you're here, you probably heard about a funnel is, you're probably wondering, like, what kind of funnel is right for you? We got, depending on what kind of business it depends what kind of funnel you want. So there's a quiz down below. Take that and we'll find out what kind of funnels you should use. They take the quiz and pops them into 1 of 5 different webinars, and then it speaks to them specifically. So if they're a retail business, I show here's the 3 best retail funnels, how I would do it if I was a retail person, boom. They're a coach, show them coach funnels, and just kind of.
So there's 5 different webinars?
Yeah, it's a lot of work, man.
5 auto webinars. Thank you for appreciating that, Brandon.
Yeah. All this on top of all this other crap I'm doing, but it's going to be amazing. I can't wait. So yes. Yeah, we're launching it tonight. Who wants in? So, yeah, if it works. If it doesn't, then who knows? Just kidding. Yeah. Cool. Anyone else want to share theirs? Or I have a question? Got it? Oh.
Okay, so I teach successful women how to create the love and relationships they want through caring for and getting to know their human.
We said the last part?
Through caring for and getting to know their human.
Do you know they're human?
Yeah. So that they are human themselves. They're human. The human they own. They are human.
The men are confused, but the women understand that? I don't know.
We're not our demographics.
And that's like Brandon asked me a question during the break. So we think of this, I'm like, I'm not a woman, I have no idea. Like, you should ask the women that question.
Well, it's just, I've started talking to people about themselves, it's kind of like the third person. So it's like, okay, like what is your human like? How does your human feel? And it gives them enough space to like observe themselves without like being in it. So that's kind of how I'm like tackling self-love, self-care, like courage and like all of these things. So it's just saying like, okay, like what does your human want? What does your human need from you?
So let's step back one first to the submarket. So the submarket you said were successful women?
Successful women.
Okay, do we want to niche that down even any further? Successful in a certain area or just all?
Well, I had just said women, and then I was like, well, successful women would be nice.
Rich, successful women with lots of money they want to blow on. Just kidding. Is that too much to ask for?
Massive amounts of discretionary.
Who used Trello? Yeah.
Who love Trello? So good. So I'd say successful woman's good, but like even if you can niche that down, and we don't have to do that right now, but even one step further where it's like very specific and like what are they successful in? Because then it's easier to target them. Like Garrett White I think is the best example. Like attention, married businessmen. It's like boom, boom, boom. There's who we're going after. You know, hey, I'm a married businessman. I'm in. You know, I'm a successful woman. Like it's still so broad. It's like, oh, I'm successful in something, and then and then the new opportunity. So what's the opportunity most of them are currently in right now? Like what's the thing they've pretty much chosen at this point?
So I think that most of them are like looking at counselors, like marriage counselors, therapists, self-help books, things like that, to try to create better relationships for themselves. But they're still putting it out on somebody else. Like, oh, he's not showing up that way, when it's really like, how am I showing up? Like, what am I doing? Because they've gotten really good at finding the problem in everybody else, but they haven't turned the lens on themselves to see like, oh, it's me. So that's why I'm like, okay, well, why don't you get to know yourself and like have a good relationship with yourself, so that then you can create a better, like a good relationship with somebody else. It's just I see it as like a new way to create relationships.
Okay, so the current opportunity is, let's just say counseling or self-help books. So the new opportunity, say it again now, down that lens.
Getting to know yourself.
Is to get to know yourself.
Like realizing that like the relationships you want start with you.
How do we say that in a way that's like?
The relationship you've always wanted starts with you.
The one person you haven't.
Blamed? Just kidding. Just go, oh yeah. The one human.
The only person you haven't.
They've been with a series of losers, and your new opportunity is that they don't have to rely on that anymore, that the winner's here, right? That you're.
So again, I'm not a woman, so I don't know what women want at all. But like the men, like John Allens is like, how to get women to come to you. Like that's what all men want. They just want to sit there and have them come, right? Like, so for the female, from the feminine side, like what is that, because I think saying like the problem is you is like, that's hard too, right?
He likes to hear that.
Yeah, so it's like, how do we phrase it in a way where it's like.
How to get your relationships to work effortlessly.
So that's good, but again, that's red ocean. Like it's too, like what's the new vehicle? So what's the process? So the process you do it through is?
Conversations, really, like honesty, vulnerability, and authenticity. So that's what I'm talking to them about.
What are tangible things that are?
That's the really tough part for me.
Do you do the quiz, like the 16 personality stuff that we did with you guys? Do you do that part as part of it? Like what if there's something out of there like, I don't know, like the 5 love languages was huge because it was a new opportunity. Like, wow, like there's 5 love languages and one of the thing, and as soon as you, like that's such, like for me it was like this, like huge thing, right? Like maybe if you take all your women through that process?
Yeah, so even with the people that come with the 5 love languages, and they're like, well, I know that these are my 2 love languages, and that's how he should love me. And I'm like, whoa, take a step back. It's more about becoming multilingual and seeing all the ways that love's coming at you.
Hold on, this is getting good. This is good crap. Okay, so here's my vehicle, love languages. And you're like, no, like the new vehicle is multilingual, like speaking to love language people is like, that's the new opportunity. It's like, no, you gotta be multilingual or whatever that thing is. And that's a very tangible. How to become fluent, yeah. Ooh.
Love language fluency.
That's if she's targeting 5 love language people, or maybe it's 16 personalities or something.
Love languages are wrong. There's a way to throw it out.
Yeah, how people use the love languages
Love language.
As weapons. Does that help though? Like, hopefully, I want to spend a lot of time on this because everyone's business, like, these are the intricacies that, like, if you were sitting in my office, I'd be asking the same questions because it's like, I want to feel that just like, yes, like this opportunity sucks. I want that one. And if I'm just like, yeah, I guess I could do that. It's wrong. It needs to be like, yes, I'm leaving. I'm opening the door, getting out, getting in your car. Like, let's go. Where are we going? Over there. Like, that's a better way to get my result. Like, that's what you got to be thinking about this. That's what I call it like the vehicle. Like, it's a vehicle. Like, what's the new thing you're plugging them into that they can now drive off to get the result that they want. I think that I'm gonna go back and edit my book now. I think the big key piece is like understand that they've picked a vehicle. Really understanding that, because that helps you be like, okay, I have to get them out of that into this new thing. And they're all in something. Like, if they're coming to you trying to get a result, they're in something. They're in some vehicle and they're bumping around and having no success. So you gotta assume that they're in that thing, and how do we get them out of that into this? When you figure that out, that's like the piece, okay? So again, that's something that takes a while sometimes to figure out. Are you guys feeling more comfortable with it?
Yeah.
Hopefully. Any other questions about that at all? Thanks. Oh, that was so close. I'm so sorry, Becky. Woo. I was like, if I nail her in the head and she nailed her head, there's gonna be a really bad day. I'm so sorry, Becky. No more questions for you till someone.
So obviously I have some stuff to still work on mine, but thinking through a couple others, I think a big part, if you can identify the pain point, so like if they've already gone with somebody to help them in their love life, any pain points they've, the common roadblock, the common pain point, I think that can be a really big thing that can help, again, niche you down even more to be the blue ocean. Like everybody wants to sell their house or like whatever the main offer is, but like what is the main pain point, often associated with it. And if you provide the solution without that pain point, I think it'd be a really good addition to it.
Okay, so I'm also an Amazon seller, and I'm pretty clear on my short-term new opportunity. Redemption funnels, we talked about like how Groupon and Amazon pays me to steal their customers through the redemption stuff. It's going to be awesome, and I'm very confident it's a new opportunity. And I only want to sell to like people already doing $50,000 a month, let's say, or above. But the real new opportunity that I want, and I really only got this like after our call and being here and reflecting back the last few years, is I found a lot of Amazon sellers that are killing it are miserable. Like they lock themselves in a box, like working in their underwear, which is fun for a few days. Ask me how I know.
In their mom's basement.
But they never. But basically, they even extroverted people. The business is very introverted or can be, and you can still get success. And like once I started realizing opportunities off of Amazon that actually require like relationships and stuff like that, not only did the business go up, but like my fulfillment went up. And so the real new opportunity is like to start doing masterminds, like fun stuff, like nature, because we're on computers all the time. So like hiking, ayahuasca ceremonies, like crazy fun stuff that would get people. That's like tripping, right? That would get people like pumped, like not like yacht stuff, but like more interpersonal. What's that? The Ayahuasca Academy? Was that? Who is it? But my challenge is that. What if they don't even know they want that new opportunity, the next level opportunity? So do you stack it? Like, do you not even mention that thing? Because on the flip side, like people might be like, oh, it's a lot of work. I'm already making 50 grand. Like, I don't want to like call people up on the phone and hang out with them and stuff.
That's why typically a lot of the higher end stuff it is more improvement based, which is why it's horrible on the front end. Like Inner Circle on the front end is like the worst offer ever. Inner Circle on the back end is like the greatest thing in the world, because like the people that do want to improve end up coming and it's awesome, right? And so same thing I think for you is you get the opportunity to switch that brings the people in, and after you have an in, it's stacking new things, and you can have things that are layered with improvement because the right people will ascend, but it's hard to buy media into improvement. Like it's just hard to make the numbers work where it's super easy on the change. So I think it's bringing them initially with the opportunity to switch, and then stacking it to like the other things.
But how do they get status change? A lot of it will just be fear-based, right? So a lot of the more money you're making on Amazon, the more scared you are that's all going to go away. But how do you, on the flip side, what's the positive status change?
Yeah, so he's got a cool thing. He has these things called redemption funnels, just so you guys know, where it's basically gets Groupon to pay him to send people to his free plus shipping offers. It's nuts. Groupon, like it's cool, right? And so you have all these guys who are freaking out, and I know exactly what you're talking about. I got I work with a lot of them. They're like, Amazon's, my friend lost his account, like, oh, I'm making $1 million a month, but this could go away any second now. They're freaking out, right? And like the fear of status decreases. All of a sudden, I'm the biggest, I'm the kingpin, and then disappears overnight, right? So they're looking for my opportunity, like funnels, so they can like maintain their status or increase it. And the same thing for you. It's like, look, if this is what you're doing, like there's a huge chance of status decrease if this thing disappears. You look like an idiot in front of everybody, and you have to like give back your stupid cars and all those things that you shouldn't be buying, but you did anyway, because it dries up fast. And you're saying, look, this is stability inside of that, where he's got all the, like this. That's the thing. The stability like maintains your status, so that this is not going to drop. So that if the market does shift on you and everything crashes, like you're going to be okay, and your status isn't going to go down. And it's like a huge play off of that.
And then I don't, because my bigger mission or why is to actually encourage these people to build relationships and come to these things, stuff like that, but don't mention that's initially in the...
You can mention that's not what drives people to pay, right? But those are all things that help stick. Like everything else that's all the cult building stuff afterwards that happens. But it's like it's hard to sell that. Like if you guys saw ads like come to Boise for 3 days, we're gonna talk about like weird things on Russell's new stage. Like none of you guys would have bought that. Like it's weird, right?
Yeah.
See, you guys made it. A couple people, maybe you guys did. But the first time you were introduced to me, none of you guys would have came in, right? You had to do the opportunity switch where you're like, whatever I'm doing, you guys were network marketing, you were at acupuncture, like everyone's got like a thing, right? And somehow you came into my world, and I was like, whatever you're in sucks, come over here, Funnel World's better. You come over here and you're like, oh, this is cool. And then I can be like, hey, come to Boise and let's hang out, this inner circle, like all those things become interesting now, but it's a horrible front end offer. Like it's a horrible front end offer, but it's amazing like everything else. So, and I can talk about, like, you notice, like, through my podcast, everything I'm always talking about inner circle, I'm talking about things like that because I'm dropping seeds and creating belief and desire in these things. I'm always talking about it everywhere, but I'm not really selling it hard. In fact, what's crazy, in inner circle we had, we're pretty much at 100, but it always ebbs and flows. And anyway, I think in January we had, I don't know, like 12 open spots or whatever, and like they all got filled up without me doing a single ad, just because I'm talking about it all the time and like mentioning it, and people always like apply like, is there any spots? And like, oh, there actually is a couple. And then, but it's just cool, like it stays filled up without me doing anything now at this point. But it's just kind of, it's coming from like just always kind of talking about that within the culture, and people just kind of ascend towards that. But again, it's a horrible front-end offer. It's hard to make it work there. Chris?
So I was just looking at mine and listening to everybody else's here. I started off saying how I'm going to teach acupuncturists how to create an authentic high-volume cash practice, blah, 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 blah. I stuffed this thing with everything they could possibly want in one sentence, but after listening to you guys, then I'm like, okay, I'm going to teach serious growth-minded acupuncturists how to successfully shift into an authentic high-income, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, it's a new opportunity. It's like where they are, their vehicle right now is they don't have a high-volume, high-income, time-leverage practice. And for them thinking about, well, if I say create, it's like, I've got to start over. Now I'm going to teach them how to shift and like get out of the vehicle. Yeah, exactly. Shift into the new. So I don't know, what is that? Does that really sound?
I think it sounds good. It's one of those things like on your people, you'll find out quick, like if that's like resonates with them, or maybe it's, I know like a lot of times some of my buddies that are like chiro gurus and dental gurus is like their shift is like, shifting from like insurance practices to cash based. Like I don't know if that's what you're doing or not, but like that's the new opportunity. It's like, look, right now you're collecting insurance, it's painful, it's all these horrible things. We're shifting over here to cash basis, and that's the shift, and that's what their whole businesses are built on. So I'm not sure if there's something more tangible like that, but yeah, you're getting, yeah, cool. All right. Let's do this because this is kind of a deep one, and I want to do something before we transition to the next stuff because I think it'll be good. So let's do a walk and talk. Grab something new this time. Now, based on what we kind of talked about, like share what your new opportunity is. And again, comes back. We talked about with my Bulgarian coach. Like, don't be a bad partner. Like, yeah, that's awesome, man. If it sucks, tell them like that's not a new opportunity. That's an improvement offer. Like, how do we make this better? And let's do that for a few minutes. You guys cool with that? Yeah. All right. Cue the music. Let's find a partner and share your new opportunities. You guys getting this part of it? Yes. This piece is like the most important, and it's the easiest to understand, but the hardest to actually figure out. So it may not come to you right now, but it's something it's worth working through and kind of figuring out, because when you get that, it becomes easier. Stephen had kind of an epiphany he wanted to share, which I thought was really, really cool about how to structure the new opportunity for some of you guys who were really stuck. I don't know how to do that. Do you want to kind of talk about your epiphany?
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of you guys, I mean, when you think about the sub-market itself, obviously there's going to be other people selling similar things to what you're doing. one of the easiest ways to create a brand new opportunity and create the niche is simply by switching up the way you deliver the same content someone else has. So you think about what Russell was saying about that really cool, sexy offer where, hey, come out and for $1,000, you're going to watch me build a business, and at the end of it, I'm going to give it to somebody. I mean, that might be the same as what somebody else is teaching. He's merely switching up the way someone consumes it. It's a very easy, fast way to create a new opportunity.
Thank you. Think about that, like, everyone else is selling books. How many books have you bought? Books don't work. You got to come to my live event, right? Oh, everyone goes to live events. It's so stupid. Like, what we do is a mastermind. Everyone does mastermind. So, like, that can be the switch, is like the delivery mechanism. How that was really, really cool. All right. So let's come back to here. So we talked about this, right? So here is your customer. They're currently in some kind of opportunity, right? And they're trying to get to this goal over here they want. So every business here, the result is different. They want something tied to their health, their relationships, their wealth. Like there's something that they're trying to get, right? This is the result. And so you're coming up to them saying, like, basically, like, this opportunity you're in now sucked. You're never going to get there no matter how hard you try. It's not your fault, though. I want to encourage your dreams. I want to justify your failures, right? We're going through all the persuasion stuff. And you're saying, but this right here, this is the new opportunity you're jumping into. And this new opportunity is the key that's going to get you up here, okay? And so that's kind of what we're doing with this whole opportunity switch.